In this video, I will place the most popular fish one against the other in a tier list to see which one is going to win. It's going to be tuna, salmon, or maybe an outsider. Let's find out and let's rank them all in our tier list. Now, these are the rules I'm going to use. Each food will count as organic and very high quality. We're not going to consider pollutions and toxins in this video here. I'm going to have a specific video with fish and pollution. And the values I'm going to give you are for 100 grams, which is 3.5 ounces of the food, and we'll count the food as raw. Let's see where we're going to score our fish for. Okay, so it's going to be macronutrients. These are protein, carbs, and fat. Then we're going to see the amino acid profile. This is so important when it comes to the health of your muscle and the health of your immune system. And finally, the fat profile. And at the end of the video, I will tell you more about the fat profile because it's going to be making such a massive difference. Now, what's fish normally? Now, most fish are protein plus fat in various quantities. They are all going to be sugar-free. And fish is considered to be a complete protein. What does it mean? It's going to have all of the essential amino acids, so it can be used to make all the proteins in your body. And finally, I'm going to leave with you whether you want to eat fish or not. I'm just going to rank them in a nutrition tier list, and you will decide whether this is something you want to do or not. Now, these are the sources I have used to create this video here. Now, in the future, I'm going to be, probably in a couple of weeks, I'm going to come up with a video about fish in a tier list, considering pollutions and toxins. Now, with this explanation out of the way, who's going to be the victor, starting with contender number 1, which is cod. Now, cod has 77 kilocalories, 1 gram of fat, and 18 grams of protein. Now, speaking of essential amino acids, it does have a good spread of essential amino acid and a decent amount of branched chain amino acid, the top 3 that you see in red: valine, leucine, and isoleucine. These are the branched chain amino acids, which are the most important ones when it comes to muscle growth. Now, speaking of omega-3, it's not really great. 0.19 in total and only 0.006 of EPA. So where are we going to put it? Now, 18 grams of protein every 100 is a bit below the good fish. 3.1 gram of branched chain amino acid and 1.4 of leucine is good, but not great. We're going to see it later. But 0.19 and 0.06 of EPA when it comes to omega-3 is pathetic. So I would say it's going to go into high B tier max. Next fish we're going to see is tilapia. Tilapia, very famous fish, 96 kilocalories, 2 grams of fat, and 20 grams of protein. Now again, decent spread of essential amino acid at better levels than before of the branched chain amino acid, the top 1 in red. Now, speaking of omega-3 though, they're not really great, as you can see in here. So where do we put tilapia? It's a very difficult choice because 20 grams of protein every 100 with 3.5 of branched chain amino acid and 1.6 of leucine. This is going to be on average with the best fish we're going to see today. Not the best ones, but it's going to be in the middle of the very good ones. Now, if you want to understand more about branched chain amino acid and why these are so important, there is a card in the top corner where you can go and watch a specific video that I created on all the foods that you need to build muscle. Now, what's the problem with tilapia? 0.17 of omega-3 really good, 0.01 of EPA, that's really bad. I would say I'm going to put tilapia in higher B tier than cod, but that's very debatable. And the reason why I'm doing that is only because branched chain amino acid and leucine are really slightly better, but it could go either way. Next one, we start with a powerhouse. Salmon, 136 kilocalories, 6 of fat and 20 of proteins. Now here, branched chain amino acid, they're going to become much better. And look at the beauty here. 1.72 of omega-3 is going to be the highest we're going to see. But EPA, which is the most important of the omega-3, only 0.32. We're going to see there is much better later. Now, where do we put our salmon? It's going to go into high A tier. Why? 20 grams of protein every 100, which is really good, 3.5 of branched chain and 1.6 of leucine. As you can see, this is going to come back over and over again because this is like the metric of a really good fish. Now, there is a really high amount of omega-3, 1.72, but only 0.32 of EPA. So if you thought salmon is the best for the omega-3, nope, you're going to see number 4, 6, and 8, they're going to be so much better. So not considering pollution, because we are not going to consider pollution right here. High A tier is where it belongs. Now, next one in our list is sardines. Look at sardines. They have the highest kilocalories of the day, 202 kilocalories, 11 grams of fat, and 25 grams of proteins. This is really good. Look at the at the spread of the essential amino acid with a particular focus. Look at threonine, which is one of the most important one for the health of your brain, and look at the spread of also leucine, very important for your muscles. Really, really, really great. Now, talking about omega-3, now the total omega-3 is not as high as salmon because it's 0.98, but look at the EPA, 0.47, higher than salmon. So where are we going to put this one here? Now, 25 grams of protein every 100, incredibly good, the highest we're going to see today. 4.4 of branched chain amino acid and 2 grams of leucine, also the best one we're going to see, amazing results. Now, 0.98 of omega, which is not the greatest, but it does have more EPA than salmon, and the third one that we're going to see today, the third best one we're going to see today, plus the tiny bones in sardines, they do contain a lot of calcium. This is easily low S tier. Next in our list, if you wish to be an S tier fish like sardine, you can subscribe to the channel for more tier list every single week. Next, we have tuna, another strong contender. Tuna, 140 kilocalories, 5 grams of fat, 24 proteins every 100. Now, have a look at the spread of the amino acid here. Really, really good spread of the amino acid with excellent levels of the branched chain amino acid. Again, the top red ones. Looking at the omega-3, 1.3 of grams of omega-3, which is good, but only 0.28 of EPA, which is the most important of them all. And I will tell you at the end of the video why this is the most important one of them all. Where do we put tuna? With 24 grams of protein every 100, 4.2 of branched chain amino acid, the second best today, and 1.9 of leucine, again, the second best today, tuna is going to be absolutely great. The total amount of omega-3 is also great, but only 0.28 of EPA, which is not the best. So let's not consider pollution because tuna has a big problem with some heavy metals and pollution. But overall, I would say, considering the spread of the protein, is going to be better than salmon. But again, you're going to see the 4 ones, they're going to score into high A tier. They are very, very interchangeable, and there is a case for each one to be the best. At the moment, tuna is going to best salmon. Next one is mackerel, another one of the big ones. 151 kilocalories, 8 grams of fat, mostly omega-3, 20 grams of protein. Now look at the amino acid, very good spread in here, and very good amount of the branched chain amino acid. Now have a look of the omega-3 here, almost as salmon, 1.56, but the EPA is 0.51, almost the best one we're going to see today. And this is much also better than salmon. Where does mackerel belong then? Difficult to say because 20 grams of protein every 100 with 3.5 of branched chain amino acid plus 1.6 of leucine is exactly the same thing of the really, really, really good ones. So in fish, this is very, very normal. 1.56 of omega-3 is good, is slightly below salmon, but consider this, 0.51 of EPA is higher. So where are we going to put this one here? Now, I'm going to put them below tuna because tuna has a better protein profile, but considering higher EPA and consider that they are going to be smaller fish, which is going to live in the ocean for a shorter period of time, so they will be having less time to accumulate toxins. And again, I'm not really rating for pollution, but I just want to put it in there. I would say they are slightly better than salmon, but there is a case of one being better than the other. Next one in our list is pangasius, and unfortunately, pangasius is very debatable. 91 kilocalories, free of fat, and only 16 of proteins. Look at the amino acid here. They are okay. It's still like a complete protein, but compared to a lot of the other ones, they are not super great. Now, omega-3, they're not terrible. 0.46 and 0.13 of EPA is not terrible. But overall, let's put everything together, and that's why I'm going to put them below essentially everything in this tier list here, because 16 out of 100 of proteins every 100 grams, 2.9 of branched chain amino acid, the worst we're going to see, 1.3 of leucine, again, the worst we're going to see. The omega-3 with 0.46 and 0.13 of EPA, they are not great, but they're not like terrible either. So all in all together, probably the worst of the lot we're going to see today. It's not terrible by any stretch of the imagination, but we're going to see in a moment how it loses badly to our number 8, and our number 8 is anchovies. So anchovies, they have 125 kilocalories, 5 grams of fat, largely just omega-3, and 20 grams of proteins. Now look at the spread of the amino acid. So excellent levels of the essential amino acid and good levels of the branched chain amino acid, the 3 on the top, valine, leucine, and isoleucine. Now look at the omega-3. This is the third better results, but when it comes to EPA, the best results we're going to see today. Now, where do we put anchovies in our tier list? Again, as you can see, these top 4 in A tier, they are all very, very similar. So I'm going to read that for you once again. 20 grams of protein every 100, which is in line with salmon. It is in line with mackerel. 3.6 of branched chain amino acid, which is again in line, slightly better than the other, with 1.7 of leucine, which is slightly better than the other ones. Now, overall omega-3 is 1.48, which is good. Not good, it's great, but the highest amount of EPA with 0.54. So I'm going to put it below tuna because tuna in proteins is going to smash it. But when it comes to omega-3, is one of the best and the best when it comes to EPA. So again, I'm going to put it as number 2 in high A tier, but this is absolutely debatable. So what is going to be the one winning? Who's the victor of our situation? Let's have a look to the final verdict. Now we have one clear winner, and the clear winner is sardines. They have an amazing protein profile, amazing levels of the amino acid, amazing levels of the branched chain amino acid, great leucine, amazing EPA, plus the calcium that you're going to find in the tiny bones of sardine is going to be really, really good for your body. And normally, like sardines being some of the smallest fish, they have also very, very low pollution. Again, I'm not ranking for pollution, but there's something I've worth mentioning. So the victor that goes directly to the Champions League and goes to round 2 is going to be sardines right away. Now, why is fish important and why are omega-3 important for you? Let me close this tier list here by explaining this to you. There are 2 main types of omega-3, which are EPA and DHA. There are more than that, but these are the 2 main ones. Now, they are both types of omega-3 and they're both very important for good health there, but they have different they do different things in your body. Now, EPA is vital for the inflammation. What does it mean? It can reduce the symptoms of depression, anxiety, heart health, and all the pains of people, of things like rheumatoid arthritis. Why? Because essentially, think about inflammation. Every time you have pain, redness, swelling, these are all signs of inflammation. If you keep good levels of inflammation, your body will function really, really well, because inflammation is needed by your immune system for you to fight infections. At the same time, too much inflammation is going to hurt you, and it's going to hurt you badly. On the other side of the spectrum, we have DHA. And DHA is very structural, very important omega-3. It's very important for your brain, for your eyes, for your nervous tissue. It's very, very, very important. And it's also vital for the membrane health. What does it mean? Every cell on your body has a membrane. And largely this membrane here, if it's healthy or not, is for the ratio between omega-6 and omega-3. So let me tell you more about that. This is something you can test very, very easily, okay? So there is an optimal ratio between omega-6 and omega-3, and this is something you can do like a blood test and check. You can just Google it and find it. Now, your goal is to have a 6-to-3 ratio, less than 3-to-1, so 6 being higher than 3-to-1, but the ideal one is 1.5-to-1, with omega-6 slightly higher than omega-3. This is something you can test. It's about $80, and you're going to get the results in about 1 week. Now, this is going to close the tier list. If you want to watch another tier list, here on the left, there is a video that YouTube thinks you should be watching. And here you can subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. And finally, please let me know down below what nutrition tier list you would like to see next. For now, have a great day and ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.